Well, we thought we'd turn to a turnip farmer and found Richard Parry, farm manager of Home Farm in Nacton in East Suffolk. Only he stopped farming turnips 6 months ago.
I used to grow pretty well all of the UK retail turnips. So I used to grow a lot of turnips. I'm currently not growing any turnips as of about 6 months ago.
Indeed, people have coined you as the Turnip King. And why
Once
have you...
upon a time, yes.
And now no longer. The crown has slipped. Why are you not growing turnips?
Predominantly struggling to get hold of labour and the costs of growing the crop and the value we were getting in return from the supermarkets.
Just explain when that started to happen and the kind of impact that it's had on you generally.
3-4 years ago, it started to become a bigger problem. And the last couple of years, it's just become really tough.
And you made the decision that it wasn't viable for you at all to grow turnips anymore?
It wasn't viable to grow. It was hard to get the labour to harvest the crops and the other operations involved with growing the crop. And the consumption was steadily declining as well. So we weren't getting sufficient volume to help keep some of our costs under control.
And what do you put that down to, the lack of people being able to harvest the crop and then the lack of demand?
It's a lot harder now for us to source labour. Traditionally, it was a lot easier to get labour from Eastern Europe. It is a bit harder now. There is now a SAWS scheme, a seasonal agricultural wages scheme, that is helping again, but the structure isn't as easy as it was before, and people don't seem quite so willing to want to come over here and work like they did 5+ years ago.
So when you hear the Environment Secretary saying a lot of people would be eating turnips right now, and you were one of the people that produced those turnips, do you even think that that's true, that people are eating turnips as much as they used to?
I don't think people eat turnips like they used to, and it's not perceived as a sexy product like some other things.
And when you used to grow turnips, did you used to eat them yourself?
Yeah, I did, yes. I used to cut them relatively thinly and fry them in like a bit of garlic butter or something like that and sort of lightly crisp them.
So now you grow carrots and potatoes, sexier vegetables?
Carrots, potatoes, onions, and other vegetables, yeah. They're first of all vegetables that people have a better comprehension how to use them and you know what they can do with them and cook, etc. But also from a farming perspective, they need a lot less labour for the harvest or the operations of those crops, as in seasonal labour, than something like a turnip or a salad needs.
Richard Parry, who used to be the king of turnips.